United Daily Updates. The home of true Manchester United fans. Your trusted source for everything red. Welcome to United Daily Updates. If you are here today, you are in exactly the right place. This is the home of every true Manchester United fan who wants honest, detailed, and passionate coverage of everything happening at this great club. Whether you are brand new here or you have been part of this family for a long time, we are so happy you are here. Before we get into today's story, please head over to our YouTube channel right now and hit that subscribe button. United Daily Updates on YouTube is the most trusted source for everything Manchester United. We cover every story, every development, every piece of news that matters to a genuine Red, and we do it with real love for this club. Subscribe, turn on your notifications, and never miss a single video. Now let us get into today's story, because this one takes us away from the transfer rumors and the match previews for a moment and gives us a really interesting and genuinely exciting look at what Manchester United are planning for this summer, where they are going to prepare, and why the club's visit to a stunning venue in Ireland this week could be the beginning of something really important for the new season ahead. Inside the stunning venue that could shape Manchester United's summer and their entire new season. Here is a question that might surprise you. When Manchester United are preparing for a new season, when the coaches are planning how to get the squad ready for the challenges ahead, when the decisions are being made about where to train and how to build the foundations for what is coming, how much does the environment actually matter? The answer, if you ask any professional footballer or any experienced coach, is that it matters enormously. The right environment can change everything. The right facilities, the right atmosphere, the right combination of world-class training infrastructure and genuine comfort and togetherness away from the pressures of everyday club life. All of that feeds directly into how well prepared a squad is when the season begins in earnest. And this week, Manchester United gave us a really interesting glimpse into exactly the kind of environment they are considering for their summer preparations. The first team squad flew into Dublin on Monday evening and spent 4 days at Carton House in County Kildare, a stunning 1,100-acre venue in the Irish countryside. They returned to Manchester on Thursday after a final training session. But the really interesting news is what the club officials thought of the place. Because the reports coming out of this trip suggest that Manchester United have been seriously impressed by what Carton House has to offer. And there is every possibility that this week was a dry run, a proper audition, for the venue to host United's pre-season training camp this summer. Today we are going to take you inside what sounds like an extraordinary venue. We are going to talk about why this trip matters beyond just a few days away from Carrington. We are going to look at the full pre-season schedule that United are planning. And we are going to explain why getting the summer preparation right is so crucial for everything that follows when the Premier League gets underway. Carton House, the venue that has already impressed Real Madrid and England. Let us start with the venue itself, because Carton House is not just any hotel or any training facility. This is a place with a remarkable history of hosting some of the biggest names in world football and world sport. Carton House sits on 1,100 acres of beautiful Irish countryside in County Kildare. That alone tells you this is not a cramped or ordinary setting. 1,100 acres means space. It means the kind of open, peaceful, and expansive environment that gives players room to breathe and decompress away from the intense focus and pressure of the training ground and the matchday routine. The list of clubs and teams who have used Carton House over the years is genuinely impressive. Real Madrid used the venue back in 2009. If it is good enough for the most successful club in the history of the Champions League, that tells you something significant about the quality of what is on offer. Chelsea, Newcastle, and Burnley have also used the venue for pre-season preparation. And England have used it regularly, often staying there around international fixtures against the Republic of Ireland in Dublin. Interestingly, Michael Carrick himself has visited Carton House previously. That personal familiarity with the venue is not an insignificant detail. A manager who already knows a place, who has experienced what it offers, and who has a positive feeling about the environment, is much more likely to choose it for his squad than a venue he is discovering for the first time. Carrick already knows what Carton House can provide, and that prior knowledge likely played a role in the decision to take the squad there this week. And what did United find when they arrived? According to reports, the club have been impressed with the quality of the training pitches made available to them. The pitches are described as being of a higher standard than many hotel venues, which is a significant endorsement when you consider that United have been to a lot of venues over the years and have high standards when it comes to training surfaces. The layout of the venue has also appealed strongly to the club. The training pitch is only a short walk from the accommodation being used by the first team. The gym is also close by. Players can walk from their rooms to the gym for their activation work and then stroll across to the training pitches. That kind of proximity and convenience might sound like a small detail, but in the daily routine of a professional football squad, having everything close together and easily accessible makes the rhythm of training days much smoother and much more productive. The atmosphere and the supporters. United are always a big draw in Ireland. One of the most heartwarming details to emerge from United's time at Carton House this week is the reaction from the local supporters and from the wider Irish public. Hundreds of Manchester United fans have been gathering around the venue every single day during the visit. They have been waiting on both sides of the path between the hotel and the training pitch in the hope of getting an autograph or a photograph with their favorite players. Day after day. Patient and passionate and genuinely delighted to have Manchester United in their backyard. That tells you something important about what Manchester United means beyond the boundaries of Manchester and beyond the shores of England. This is a club with a global following that runs incredibly deep in certain places. Ireland has a long and special relationship with Manchester United going back generations. The connection between Irish football supporters and this club is one of the most genuine and most passionate in the entire fan base. For the players, being welcomed like that, seeing fans who have traveled or simply waited outside the venue just for a brief moment of connection, is a reminder of why they play for this club and what it means to the people who follow it. That kind of welcome creates a warm and positive atmosphere around the training camp that feeds into the mood of the group in ways that are difficult to quantify but very real in their effect. United took around 40 players and staff on the trip, including their own chef who prepared all the squad's meals at the hotel. That attention to the nutritional and culinary side of things is exactly what you would expect from a professional organization that understands that performance on the training pitch and in matches is directly linked to how well players eat and recover. The pre-season schedule. An exciting summer across Europe. Now let us look at the full pre-season picture that United are building toward this summer because it is genuinely interesting and tells you a lot about the approach the club is taking heading into the new season. The big context here is the World Cup. This summer's tournament is an expanded 48-team competition taking place in North America. With so many United players potentially involved in the World Cup, the club has made some really sensible and thoughtful decisions about how to structure the pre-season period. United have opted against the usual money-spinning pre-season tour to the United States or Asia that many clubs undertake in the summer. The reasoning is straightforward. So many of their players will be away at the World Cup that a long-haul tour would either have to happen without key players or would require those players to fly back from North America and then immediately travel again to the other side of the world for commercial fixtures. Neither of those options makes much sense if the priority is genuine preparation rather than revenue generation. Instead, United are staying in Europe for their pre-season friendlies. They will jet in and out for most games, but the plan to have a change of scenery from Carrington at some point, potentially at Carton House, gives the squad the kind of immersive training camp experience that really helps build cohesion and fitness in a condensed period. The friendly schedule is a really interesting one. It starts with a game against Wrexham in Helsinki on July 18th, the day before the World Cup final. Then there is a fixture in Trondheim on July 24th, followed by games in Sweden on August 1st and August 8th. Then comes the Croke Park game against Leeds United in Dublin on Wednesday, August 12th. And finally a game against AC Milan in Poland on August 15th. That schedule takes United across multiple European countries, gives the players a variety of different opposition to test themselves against, and builds toward the Premier League season in a sensible and well-structured way. The Leeds game at Croke Park in Dublin is particularly exciting. Croke Park is one of the most iconic stadiums in Ireland, primarily known for Gaelic games but capable of hosting football at the highest level. United versus Leeds at Croke Park in Dublin, with the enormous Irish United fanbase packing the stadium, is the kind of pre-season occasion that generates real excitement and provides the players with genuine match intensity to prepare them for competitive football. And of course the AC Milan game in Poland to close out pre-season is another really attractive fixture. United against one of the most famous clubs in European football history. A proper test against genuine quality before the Premier League begins. The World Cup planning and why timing is everything. One of the most thoughtful and most impressive aspects of what is being reported about United's pre-season plans is the careful consideration that is going into managing the players who will be away at the World Cup. Anyone who reaches the quarter-finals of the tournament will likely only be available for United from the week of August 3rd. Semi-finalists and finalists may not return until the following week. That means the traditional approach of having the whole squad together from the start of pre-season simply is not going to work this summer for United, given the number of players they potentially have involved in the World Cup. United's plan to delay their training camp for as long as possible, with the aim of having as many World Cup players as possible available to take part, is exactly the right approach. There is no point in spending a week at a training camp and going through intensive preparation work if half your best players are still in America playing in the biggest tournament in the world. Much better to be patient, manage the timing carefully, and stage the camp at the moment when the group is most complete. That is why a return to Carton House in the week of August 8th or around that period makes so much sense. By that point, the majority of United's World Cup stars should have completed the 3 weeks of rest that players are typically given after a major tournament and would be available to join the camp. That timing, combined with the Croke Park game against Leeds on August 12th and the Milan game on August 15th, creates a really coherent and really well thought through final preseason block. The club is essentially running 2 phases of pre-season preparation. An initial phase for the players who are not at the World Cup or who exit early. And then a more intensive final phase, potentially at Carton House, where the whole group comes together for the first time and the real preparation for the Premier League season begins in earnest. That kind of careful and considered planning is exactly what you want to see from a club that is serious about performance and serious about giving the team the best possible preparation. The golf courses and the balance between work and recovery. We cannot talk about Carton House without mentioning something that the players will certainly have appreciated during their stay this week. The venue is home to 2 championship golf courses, one designed by legendary golfer Mark O'Meara and another by Ryder Cup hero Colin Montgomerie. The venue has hosted European Tour events and the United players have had access to the courses during their stay. Now some people might raise an eyebrow at professional footballers playing golf during a training trip. But the reality of elite sport is that recovery and mental refreshment are just as important as physical training. Players who are mentally fresh perform better than players who are exhausted and drained. Giving footballers something enjoyable and relaxing to do between training sessions is smart sport science, not indulgence. Golf in particular is a sport that many professional footballers love and that provides exactly the kind of gentle physical activity combined with mental focus and relaxation that helps the body and mind recover between intense training sessions. On a beautiful 1,100-acre estate in the Irish countryside, with 2 world-class golf courses available, the players at Carton House this week have had access to the kind of recovery environment that most training venues simply cannot offer. That holistic approach to preparation, combining world-class training facilities with genuine comfort and genuine relaxation, is one of the things that makes Carton House such an attractive option for United's summer camp. What this all means for the new season. Let us bring everything together and think about what this week in Ireland and the pre-season planning that surrounds it means for Manchester United's prospects going into the new campaign. Getting pre-season right is one of the most important things any football club can do. The fitness base that players build in pre-season carries them through the first months of the campaign. The tactical understanding that develops during those summer weeks sets the tone for how the team plays when the competitive games begin. And the team spirit and togetherness that forms when a group of players spend time together away from the normal pressures and routines of club football is something that pays dividends in those difficult moments during the season when you need your teammates to go the extra mile for each other. Carton House, with its world-class training pitches, its proximity between accommodation and facilities, its warm welcome from Irish United fans, its beautiful setting, and yes, its championship golf courses, provides the ideal environment for all of those things to happen. United's decision to base themselves in Europe for pre-season rather than undertaking a commercial tour shows a club that is prioritizing performance over revenue this summer. That is exactly the kind of decision that earns trust from players and from fans who want to see the club focused on what happens on the pitch above everything else. And with a schedule that takes them to Helsinki, Trondheim, Sweden, Dublin, and Poland before the Premier League begins, the squad is going to get a proper and varied pre-season workout against a range of different opponents in different environments. By the time the serious business begins, United should be well prepared, well rested, and well bonded as a group. Final thoughts. The foundation for something special is being built. The story of Manchester United's training camp in Ireland this week is not just a nice travel piece about a lovely hotel in the Irish countryside. It is a story about a club that is taking its preparation seriously. A club that is thinking carefully about the details that make the difference between a team that starts a season well and one that struggles to find its feet. Carton House has impressed the United staff. The training facilities are excellent. The layout is perfect. The environment is conducive to the kind of focused and connected preparation that a top football squad needs. Michael Carrick has been there before and clearly likes what is on offer. And the Irish fans who gathered every day to show their love for the club gave the trip a warmth and a positive energy that the players will have appreciated. The pre-season schedule is smart and well constructed. Staying in Europe, managing the World Cup returns carefully, and planning a final intensive camp at a venue that has now proven itself is the sign of an organization that is thinking clearly and planning properly. This summer feels different. The planning feels more considered. The decisions feel more thoughtful. And the foundation that is being laid for next season feels more solid than it has for a while. What do you think about United's pre-season plans this summer? Are you excited about the schedule of friendlies, including the Leeds game at Croke Park? And do you think getting the pre-season preparation right under Carrick will make a real difference when the Premier League begins? Come and tell us everything over on the United Daily Updates YouTube channel. Subscribe right now, turn on your notifications, leave your comments, and join the most trusted and most passionate Manchester United community on the internet. We are united. We are red. The summer is being planned properly. The foundations are being built. And we never stop believing in what this club can achieve. Come on United. United Daily Updates. Your trusted source for Manchester United news.